Welcome to Break Into Tech Show with Professor Temi Akinwumi of My IT University, a multi-award-winning tech CEO, career coach, and mentor. With decades of hands-on tech career, will ensure your career dreams come true. Join our extraordinary show today on groundbreaking topic for a successful career. Do you want a $100,000 job as a cybersecurity professional, Scrum Master, Business Analyst Software QA, Cloud Architect, Data Analyst, Technical Recruiter, and more? Visit www.myituniversity.com to schedule a call. Come and get inspired to secure a lucrative job, keep the job, and grow on the job. Relax, receive, and see results. We're glad you're here. Share, like, and comment.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're super excited to be here again. My name is Professor Temi. I've been in tech for like 3 decades now, and I'm always here to give back and to empower our community. I'm a tech CEO, a multi-award-winning tech CEO. I want to thank you for joining us anywhere you might be joining us from. We're going to be discussing today on top 3 6-figure tech jobs that doesn't require no coding and no tech experience to break in. And I have here with me today one of my mentees. She's going to introduce herself. And she's going to introduce herself, and then we're going to get started as soon as she's here. Her name is Claire, and she's going to introduce herself so we can get started. Claire, thank you for being here.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a good day. My name is Claire. I've been working with Professor Temi since August 2021 on Scrum Master. Do you want me to give a background about myself and then?
Yeah, give your background, your life. Give your background about kind of who you are now, what you do now. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so a little background about me was that I was in nursing school, and I just decided to leave for various reasons. And then I found out about tech through like social media and just a big wave of people getting into tech. I started off as a QA tester, and then I found Professor Temi's course on social media, and then I started doing Scrum Master here with in August 2021, and I started my first Scrum Master job this January of 2022.
Okay, good. So you did some QA before. Did you use the QA at the job? Why? Can you give us more insight into that?
So the QA testing, like, do I use it at my current job?
Did you use it ever why did you decide to go to
my QA testing experience did help me get this job, just to because I know you have a background on how the software development lifecycle is, how teams get projects completed, and a little bit more technical knowledge. So that helps pair with the Scrum Master knowledge of how to move a project and get things done.
Okay, thank you for that. And we're going to discuss those because those are part of the top 3 that we're going to be discussing today. Even though the software development lifecycle are part of our Scrum program as well. So even without QA, you can still get a job as a Scrum Master. But it's always good to have a combo. Excuse me, if possible. So I thank you for that. So we're gonna get started. If you have any question, feel free to ask them. I see people joining us from different places. I have Ints joining us from Int say it's clapping for you, and they say Grand Rising. So we want to welcome you all. Thank you for being here. Please, can you share with us where you are from, where you're joining us from, and if you have any question for us, feel free to share the question as well. So thank you so much for your time and for being here. New Orleans, she said New Orleans. Thank you. We appreciate you. So let us know where you're from. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to continue our discussion. So it's very important to know that you can really get into tech without coding, because most people believe, as soon as you are going into tech, it has to be coding, it has to be scripting. But no, it's not. And even you don't have any tech experience. She doesn't have no tech experience. She just did some boot camp for QA, and she noticed that she doesn't really want to use that. She did Scrum, and she found Scrum is easier for her. People have different you have different like what can fit into your personality. Some people they say, oh, I want to be a QA. Some people, oh no, I don't want to be. So we're gonna go into all of that. How can you be what you want to be, and what are the top three tech jobs without coding? And there are six-figure jobs. We're gonna see that as we go on to discuss more. And yeah, we're gonna be answering the question as we go on as well. So I say welcome to No Coding Heaven, because I started off as a software engineer myself, and with all my degrees and pedigrees that I have, software engineering, cybersecurity, and all of that, project management, I still prefer non-coding tech, because for like more than half of my lifetime I was coding, and it wasn't. I mean, I don't have any problem with coding, but just get a time in life that you want to do something not coding, right? Something more relaxed, more flexible. And that's what all these courses we're going to be introducing you to comes to play. So, no coding heaven is where you are right now. So, relax, have your pen and notebook ready so you can write down things and jot down, so that we can help you from there to actually get that job, uh, keep the job and grow on the job. The pay range starts from it depends. If you don't have no background at all, it might be 95, but they pay like 95, 100, 120, depending on where you work and what you do and what type of organization is going to be. So we're going to talk more about that as we go. So there are different, there are a lot of couple of non-coding tech jobs career, but the top three for me is Scrum Master, business analysis, and software testing. We still have other ones like technical writing, technical recruiting, product manager, and project manager also come under Scrum Master anyway. So we'll talk more on that. So we're revealing these three to you today, and we're going to be breaking them down. As a Scrum Master, what are the major roles and daily tasks of a Scrum Master? I will ask Claire, can you expatiate on that?
Well, the top roles or the top duties as a Scrum
Yeah,
Master.
duty, the task, duties.
Well, the top duties is keeping the project organized. So you will be using Jira and Confluence a lot with your team to keep the task organized and prioritizing different types of initiatives. So you'll always have meetings about, okay, we finished that task last 2 week sprint. What's important this sprint? Is 2 weeks too much, too little time, or is this going to take a longer time? There's a lot of planning. So you're always talking to, and you have to reach out to different people in your organization to get information that will help you plan the project that you want to work on for this sprint. And then also like delivering the project at the end, making sure that it gets handed off to the right person, and making sure that you did your part to deliver that project for that week's sprint.
Okay, thank you for that. So pretty much prioritizing, getting things done, and all of that. And most of the time, you see them working with the like as a project manager, like hybrid, half
Yes.
project manager and half Scrum. When that happens, what do you typically see in the industry? Can you share with us when you are half project manager and half Scrum, or you are doing both?
Yeah, so I would say my current job is kind of a hybrid project manager in Scrum. So I don't have the daily stand-up Scrum meeting. We do like, because our organization is kind of big, we have like maybe a meeting 2 weeks, and we'll take an item off of our product backlog list and say, okay, for the next 2 weeks or 4 weeks, we're going to only work on these 2 items that we take in. So, and then we only have a meeting about those items like 2 weeks, because everybody's working on so many different other initiatives. So it's really hard to plan a daily stand-up meeting every single day. So that's one of the things that I wouldn't say is like Scrum. I would say it's more like project management. You'd be using a lot of Excel. So I would say get really familiar with Excel, because you'll be using it a lot. And so that's more like project management, just organizing, and analyzing data on Excel, making tables so that you can be able to explain to your peers or your team, hey, this is what we delivered, this is how many hours we spent on this, and etc.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Thank you for that. And
Mm-hmm.
also, we're going to look into business analysis. What is business analysis? Who is a business analyst, and what does that entail for you?
So a business analyst, I guess you kind of said it yesterday in Clubhouse, is kind of like the product owner. So
Mhm.
I didn't know that when I came into this, but yeah, the product owner would be technically the business analyst. So they're the ones that say, this is this is what I want you to prioritize. This is what's most important to me. This is what the business wants. Um, this is how much money we want to spend on that. And so they tell the business analyst basically represents whoever is the one that's funding the different initiatives that we work on each sprint. So they're the ones that tell us what's important. And so it's not technical at all. You just have to understand like um, uh, what the business wants the work to get done.
Yeah. So, business analyst essentially we get the requirements, break it down, and bring it to the developers and to the team so that people can pick the task that they need to do. So, and also we can call it requirement, we can call it user stories, but pretty much what needs to be done on the project, they have to be the middleman between the the business owner that is not technical enough to analyze what they want, but they kind of know what they want. So they take that and break it down to a manageable points, as in manageable requirements. They analyze that and start bringing it down for the team to start working in collaboration with the scrum master to get it done. And in a typical environment where we don't where we're not running the agile framework, then the product owner will be the business analyst and the scrum master will be the project manager. So they
Mm-hmm.
work
Mm-hmm.
together, into that traditional way to get things done. Still the same thing. So a software tester, who is a software tester and what do they do? Can you share with us?
Mm-hmm. So a software tester or a QA tester, which is like my experience with my other boot camp, is the person that once the developer gets some app or application done, will test on the front end to see if it works for the user. So the customer, which would be you, you get on the website and you want to use the website. Well, I would, as a QA tester, I would test that website on the front end and on the back end to see if that's working for you. So I make sure the login not page works, the contact us page works. I would test all those things before we would put it onto the market where regular people would be able to use it. And so that's not really that much technical either. But you just have to wait for the developer to perfect it, and then you would be able to test it. So you'll be mostly working with the developer at that point.
Okay, thank you for that. So those are the three ones we're going to be discussing today. And then we're going to be breaking it down to see what you need to get into them and what are the benefits of being in those roles. And the good part is that we offer these programs. If you're trying to get into this area of tech or other non-coding tech, like I've mentioned, feel free to schedule a free call with me. This is how you can reach me on this www.myituniversity.com and schedule a free call. So I'll help you analyze what you've been doing and how you can use whatever skills you have right now to break in to support you. So we're having the question from Int. Pay scale as a scrum master. Like I said before, the pay scale start from like 95 to like 120 or more. So that's the pay scale. And she also and the question also, is your job remote? Is
Mhm.
your job remote?
Yeah, so my job is 100% remote. Sometimes I don't have to turn on my camera if I don't have to be face to face camera every day, so I don't have to dress up every day. So yes, my job is 100% remote, and I'm on a contract, so they'll just renew it. Every 6 months, they'll tell you have a sit down with you, see where you're at, how you help the company, and they'll renew your contract every 6 months.
Good.
Hmm.
Thank you. And there's another question again. Does your schedule as a scrum master allow you time to do other jobs?
Hmm. I would say it goes week by week. So some weeks are like slow, like And then the other weeks are like really busy, like it's like we need to get it done this week. So it really just depends. But I think you could be able, if you're really organized, you would be able to have other, maybe two remote jobs. I'm not sure about, but if you wanted to work after 4:30 or 5 and you wanted to have a second job at nighttime, I think you would be able to do that as well. But yeah, I think the schedule is pretty flexible. You can manage your own, if you're on a contract, you can manage your schedule however you want to.
Okay, thank you for that. So we're gonna be also talking about transferable skills. So transferable soft skill and hard skills. Right now, most people, they are in a current role or they have some skills, but they don't know. So we have something we call soft skills and hard skills. And we're going to be breaking those down. Soft skill are skills that you are born with, like your talents that you can easily use. You have them. And hard skill are some skill that you gather from school or from the job. We're going to be breaking those down. You can transfer those to your new role, even as you break it into Scrum. Some of the soft skills here are communication, problem solving, critical thinking, negotiation, attention to details, teamwork, conflict resolution, and listening skills. Some people are so good with all of these things,
Hmm.
skills, and they are able to use them in tech, and most essentially in this non-coding tech environment. Can you share with us what are some of the skills that helped you to transition?
Mm-hmm. So I feel like the most important skill that got me this job is communication. I think that's really important because people want to be able, they want to like you, they want to be able to talk to you often or on a daily basis or however many times it is a week. So communication is very good, whether it's speaking or just writing a well put together email and setting up meetings and knowing how to use Microsoft Outlook a lot, or not Microsoft, well, using Microsoft a lot, but using Outlook a lot because that's just another way for you to communicate with your directors and your team members. So communication is very important. Being likable is very important. Um, being confident when you speak, because if you're not sure about yourself, people won't be able to trust what you're saying about certain projects, and then they feel like you're not able to lead that project. So when you're confident in what you're saying, you know what you're doing, then people are just like, okay, we're going to listen to her. Whatever she says goes. And then another skill that is very important is critical thinking skills. If you run into an impediment, you taking the time to research, okay, how can I get this impediment solved? Using your resources, using other people that you know in tech to be able to help you solve an impediment, or just using Google or YouTube before you like, so that way when you come with to information with the team, you're not in like panic mode that you don't know certain things. You've already done the background research and figured it out, so you can help your team just have a smooth transition in the next steps of each project during a 2 week sprint. And then another skill is conflict resolution. So you're going to meet a lot of people that have like different types of personalities. They handle situations differently and they can come at you. Um, Sometimes they can come at you aggressively. So you just have to be able to be calm and like know, like, okay, yes, I understand what you're saying. Um, just have a different approach and be able to like bring a different perspective so that way you guys can get the work done because everyone just wants to get the work done. It's just people have different approaches that put people under pressure. So just always be able to be a problem solver and be able to handle conflicts with different team members.
Good. Thank you. And also being able to listen to the
Oh yeah.
customer.
Oh yeah. Listening is very important because you're going to get a lot of information and you just have to not ask, come with so many questions. Just listen. And then once you've gathered everything, then you'll be able to analyze, okay, this is what I got from this meeting. I'm going to come back and ask these questions. And also understanding what the software developers are saying, what that they want to accomplish in each minute, because they're the ones doing the work. You're the one that's just leading the project, so you need to understand and listen to what they're saying, so you can
Exactly.
prioritize everything correctly.
Exactly. Because you don't have the IT background, but it's a learning curve for you and for
Hmm.
them. But you're gonna be trained at the job. So you need to be able to understand to listen attentively so that you can understand what
Yes,
they're saying
yeah, I
and you
do agree.
can deliver
Hmm.
on, yeah. So those are important. And also teamwork, because it's a teamwork. You should
Yes.
be a team player. like to work with people. All these are soft skills that one needs to build to be able to work well in tech, and especially also in the non-coding tech environment, because you will not be coding, so you will be having intrapersonal relationship with people, so you need to be able to interact. So hard skills, there's some hard skills that we mentioned that is either you got in the at the job, the previous job, or
Mhm.
in some training or whatever, or in school. So these are hard skills. Some of the skills that we have here is Microsoft Excel that she mentioned,
Yeah.
your basic operations, documentation, writing document, formatting the document, and organization. These are some skills that are also needed. Can you share with us how you use that daily in
hmm
your roles?
So I would say I mostly use Microsoft Excel. Like every week, I'm using Microsoft Excel. So what I do a lot on Excel is you're dealing with a lot of data. So you need to be able to minimize that data in a way that is easy for everybody to use it. So you're gonna have to learn a lot about pivot tables, important day to day. Learning how to search on a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet so you don't have to scroll through line by line. Just be able to type in something that will be able to help you search, look up different columns without spending hours going line by line. So getting really familiar with Microsoft Excel through YouTube courses or Professor Temi's course will help you a lot on the job day to day. Documentation, we use Jira and Confluence a lot to keep things organized and document. For data operations, we use Tableau. You don't have to really know everything about Tableau, but it is a website where or a platform where you can pull data about your team and how are they getting each user story done every 2 weeks, how many points they're completing every sprint, and things like that. Being organized, keeping track of emails. You get a lot of emails with attachments, and you have to save those and upload those onto the Confluence page so that other people can have access to it. And so it's not just getting buried under a bunch of emails.
Thank you for that.
Mhm.
Another question is coming. Can you choose to be a contractor or employee?
Mm, you don't when you get an offer, most of the time it'll be a contract because they just kind of want to see how do you perform. If you perform really well, then in your 6 months contract, then they will offer you a full-time employee. But even on the contract, you will still get health care benefits. You just won't on the contract you won't get paid time off. So but you'll still get time. So on the days that you don't want to work, you can just not work, or you can take your laptop with you and work wherever you're going, wherever you're traveling. Um, so you can still work and go on vacation if you want to, or you still get on the contract, you'll still get healthcare benefits. But after a 6 months contract and they see how you perform, then they will probably give you a full-time employee, make you a full-time employee.
Good. So you can be a contractor, you can be an employee, depending on what you want. That's how you will take the job offer. But those are points of discussion you can have as you get in, as you're discussing with the hiring manager. You can always
Mm-hmm.
ask for that. If you want to be full time, part time, or whatever you decide,
Mm-hmm.
that's good. And thank you for that. And also we see Matt, you saying hi. Thank you for joining. And if you are here with us, say hi. Let's know where you're joining us from. If you have any question, feel free to ask your question. We want to see where you're joining us from. Thank you so much for that. So we're going to continue our discussion. And we already looked at the day in the life of duties of the subject matter expert, and you've already shared your testimonial. Those are great, wonderful testimonials that anybody can share, because if you break in, you'll be super excited. It's possible. You'll be asking, is this real? Is this possible? That is possible. So that's what I want to point out, that you can really, really do it. You can really, really achieve success. And the daily duties, are they tedious? Are they a lot of work for you? Can you tell us how the workload is, and share your, some daily duties that you probably have not discussed yet? Can you share some of those things with us? You
So
don't have to
I'll
go deep into details, into any, information that you don't want to share about the job, but Just general.
So you want me to talk about my daily duties or like how my
Yes,
workload is?
yes. What
Okay.
do you do daily, kind of? Have
Mhm.
an idea.
So daily, I always meet with my manager. I mean, I don't have daily meetings with the whole organization. Those are kind of every 2 week, 2 times a week. But with my manager, I usually have a meeting with her every day, just to make sure that we are always on the same page about, okay, what are we accomplishing? Are we on the same? Like we just have to move at the same pace. Then I usually she'll assign me something to do, and then she'll tell me the people that I need to be able to contact to complete this assignment for the day, and then I'll have meetings with those people, and then by the end of the day I'll complete the assignment and I'll turn it into my manager or whoever's the person that's requesting that this initiative gets completed. So sometimes there's daily like initiatives like, hey, can you just pull this report and make it into a pivot table on Excel? Can you look at this timesheet and also make it into a pivot table on Excel? So I get like those small daily tasks outside of my Scrum Master duties. And then my Scrum Master duties are organizing Jira, keeping Jira updated, asking software engineers, hey, can you please update this information on our Excel spreadsheet or on our Jira page? You haven't updated it in a while. You're using old software. Can you please make these updates? So those are my daily duties as a Scrum Master. There's a lot of meetings and like there's a lot of emails that you have to be sent out, but the workload is not bad unless you guys are completing something last second. So if you're completing something last second because people were dragging their feet or whatever, then yeah, the workload for that week will be very heavy. But it really varies week by week. But it's overall, it's not stressful.
Okay. So you're saying that anybody can break into Scrum?
Yes, definitely anyone can break into Scrum. I didn't have any technical background. I came from nursing school, and uh, I just I didn't know that there were job opportunities like that because I didn't know what to do when I left nursing school. So this is a good opportunity, guys. I didn't believe it myself. I spent months with the old boot camp. I didn't gain any traction getting a job. I only got my first job in tech with Professor Temi. So this is the best boot because I've paid for another boot camp and it didn't go well for me. So this is the best boot camp that you have. And if it's not Scrum, she offers a lot of different courses and there's a lot of good paying jobs that are in tech. And there's a high demand for these jobs right now. Like when I got my offer for my job, like within 2 weeks, like I was already onboarding. They overshipped like my computer, my laptop, like they were ready to start me because a lot of jobs need people right now because people are quitting or whatever the case may be, COVID. So there's a really big demand for jobs in tech. So I like highly suggest that you get on it and figure out what you want to do and what works best for your personality and your lifestyle.
Thank you for that. So, guys, you've heard it from her. Go on the website, myituniversity.com, and schedule a call. It's free, free call. Happy to discuss how you can break into tech, the areas that are going to fit your background based on the discussion, and all of this. We are here to help you, to mentor you, to pretty much hold your hand to get into tech. People always ask, or always say, oh, well, people always tell us to break into tech, but nobody is showing us how to break into tech. But what we do here is showing you how to do it. We're holding your hand and helping you to break into this tech and make you comfortable and support you even at the job. So we have lifetime mentoring. We help you with the training. The Scrum is just 4 weeks. The other bootcamp that you did, how many months was it?
Guys, that boot camp that I did for QA testing, it was 5 months. I spent 5 months doing that, and I didn't get a job after the 5 months. They
Yeah.
kind of just left me, and that was it. And then, I mean, I got an interview on my own, but I wasn't prepared for the interview when I got my QA testing interview. I wasn't prepared because they didn't prepare me for the interview process. They didn't give me a LinkedIn. They didn't help me with my resume. So after the QA testing boot camp, I didn't get a job. I spent months trying to figure out something else until I found Professor Temi's course. And literally from August to January, I'm starting my first job in January. So Professor Temi's course, like you get on it, you get on the clubhouse and you do those LinkedIn reviews or those resume reviews and you keep on fixing it, the recruiters are going to come to you. You're not going to be going out there applying to every job that you see. The recruiters are going to literally message you, say, hey, this is the job. Can you do it? Okay, let's do a discovery call. Okay, I like you. We're going to move to the first round of the interview. If the employer likes you, then second round interview, and then you get hired. So if you go with Professor Temi, you're going to get a job. Other boot camps, they just kind of take your money. They waste a lot of time. 5 months is a lot of time that you could have been doing something else. And then they just kind of leave you to figure it out by yourself. But Professor Temi, and there's so many people that Professor Temi knows. There's me and other students that can help you guide you through this process. She has mentoring on here and on Clubhouse that will really like this is really hand holding you through the process. There's no other boot camp that will hand hold you through the entire process from beginning to end. They'll just kind of give you the information and then they tell you to figure it out. But Professor Temi will not do that. This is me that does not have a technical background. I needed all the hand holding I get, and I got it from Professor Temi and Ayana as well. So this is a good opportunity, guys.
Okay, so thank you guys. Also, you can follow us on Clubhouse. We're always on Clubhouse every weekdays, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight, actually, the topic for tonight on Clubhouse is prep for technical interviews. Any role, just come up and I'll prep you on the go. So we are passionate to give back to empower a lot of people to break in. It's what we do every single day. We actually help you to break in. I have another young lady you saw on Clubhouse yesterday. New folks, a lot of teachers can easily break into Scrum because they are actually doing Scrum now. They meet with students, they meet with principal, they meet with
Administrator.
parents and the counselor. You are Scrumming. You just not call a Scrum Master and they're not paying you for it. So you see a lot of Scrum Master, a lot of teachers, they fit right in. A lot of business people, they fit right in because they're already doing Scrum. See? So you can use Scrum for anything, it doesn't have to be tech, it can be anything for businesses and stuff. Software testing, so things like this. So we can really help you break in. You saw the lady that joined the Scrum program. In 3 days, she finished the whole modules. By 5 days, she got certified. See? So what is left is their resume, LinkedIn profile, they will get a job. So that's what it is. We're going to do your LinkedIn profile, your resume, prep you for interview. You are hands-on on the tools on Jira. You're hands-on on all these tools that we're going to be using in class and getting exposure and support to breaking into Scrum, into business analysis, into software testing. Another good part is about our software testing program is a combination of business analysis and software testing, two in one, because these roles work together. So when you have that, so they may be saying, okay, well, I need a Scrum Master that has this. I need a QA that has this. So the three courses that we're discussing today work together. So you can be in any of the three. You're still not doing bad. And also, there's a lot of perks and benefits. A lot of benefits in tech. Can you share with us some of the benefits that you're enjoying right now?
I'm really enjoying working from home, especially at my age. I would be running out there. I would have 2 retail jobs and be burning gas left and right, or doing door dashing, all that stuff. I work from home, so and I can think about other things that I want to do and just think about planning out where I want to go on vacation, how am I going to go on vacation, and also be at my job. I can take my laptop with me wherever I go. I don't have to be at home. I can be at Starbucks. I can work from Starbucks. I can work at the airport as long as I have my VPN on me. So being able to have that freedom of being able to travel and work at the same time and not have to be tied down to a specific place is a big benefit of being in tech. And then also just like having financial freedom. Even though I'm not at the highest paying salary now, this is way better than all the jobs that I've had before. And so I can be able to financially support my family and be able to think about other things like, oh, maybe I want to go back to school. Maybe I want to start this side business or this side hustle because I'm making more money now. So I can think about I can have better ideas of how I can use the excess money that I have right now or start a savings. With all the other jobs that I've had, you can't save anything because you know you're not making enough. You know you have to use that money today. But when you're in tech, you can think about starting. You're making more money. You can think about other things. So and then also being able to have healthcare benefits. I've never had healthcare benefits because of all the minimum wage jobs that I've had. So whenever I got sick, it was just like, well, what, I can't do anything because I can't go to the doctor because I can't afford it. But now that I have, and they gave me United Healthcare, which is a really good healthcare insurance, and it's full coverage, and I'm a single person, so I can be able to go to the doctor's office and like not have to worry about seeing the bill and things like that. So I know those are not like big deals to some people, but that's very big to someone that's never had that before. So there are a lot of benefits to being in tech that other jobs are not providing you. And then if you just don't want to work, you can just say, hey guys, I'm not going to work today. And they'll be like, but here's what you need to do because you're Scrum Master. So you've already organized everything to work whether you're there or not. So you don't have to micromanage everybody every day. So there's a lot of freedom as being a Scrum Master or being in these non-technical roles.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
Mhm.
So I will encourage you up because we are not just going to coach you or mentor you, but we're going to be doing that for a lifetime. After your training program, we start your mentoring. We have sister helping sister um, mentoring group. We have brothers helping brothers mentoring group. We have mentoring calls. We have bring people like Claire and so many of other students to come, like shadow them, see what they do, discuss it, and all of that. So we always do that, and so you will be comfortable to get in. And if you have issues with your job, we always come in and discuss it and give you solutions. So all these things are what we do to help you break into these roles. So it's very important that you give us a call. I mean, schedule a call with us, and we'll help you break in. Okay, and the tech culture is great. Can you share some of the culture that you see with you guys? I know some people. I know there's you work from home now, but
Mhm.
there's get together, happy hour, some
Oh
fun
yeah.
things. What are the fun things that you've seen in your?
So we do happy hours. So the people that are like comfortable, like I guess with drinking and stuff, they'll show like they're making a drink or whatever. Like just like so you can break the ice with your team members because just because you're working from home, you still want to like be social with your team members. So it's not always like stick face like business. Like sometimes like we just have a lot of icebreaker meetings and they can be really fun. Like you get to actually see people's personality and not just like bark orders at them all the time. So, and everybody's really friendly. um, if you keep organized and you stay above due dates, then everybody's really friendly and nice. And it's just like you're not stressful as being in person and dealing with people and like dealing with people in person and they're really stressed out and they're just taking it out on you. Like it's really a relaxed culture. Everybody's just like happy that they have a good paying job and they work from home. So you're just dealing with people that are in a better mindset than if you were dealing with people in the real world and you're working at a minimum wage job. So yeah, it's everybody. I don't know, like people get weird about tech being like boring and stuff like that, but I don't think so at all.
Good. So it's lively, it's bubbling, not boring. They make time to enjoy and have social events and get-togethers and different things, bonuses, perks, many
Yeah.
more. Training. Most of the
Oh
time
yeah,
we
they do offer free training at my job. So in my free time, if like I literally have nothing to do, they have training for me to learn other courses for free. So let's say I have an interest in um, being a project manager or like how would I get my PMP through my organization, they will like show me the route that I could take to do that. And they'll pay for your training for those type of things through the organization. So that way you can stay at the organization and just move up. There's upward mobility at the job for you to move up to other positions. Um, and other jobs they don't have that. They kind of just like hire you, you stay there for years and then you have to leave and go somewhere else. But this company that I'm with, they really prioritize keeping their people. So that's why I'm not worried about in 6 months what's going to happen. They really want to keep their people because they like to just have the same people, get familiar with them, and then just help you move up instead of trying to find somebody else outside.
Mm,
So yeah, they really do help you with moving up in the company.
Very good. And that's how it is in most tech jobs. They send you to college. If you don't have any,
Hmm.
they help you, progress in your education, maybe master's, even up to PhD level. They
Yeah,
want
they
to
do
encourage,
have tuition reimbursement.
yeah,
Hmm.
reimburse you and all of that. So that's really good. And they care about family and all of that. They always tell you family first. So this is what it is in tech. So we really want to encourage you to make sure you follow us, my IT University. We're on Clubhouse, we're on Facebook, we're on air on LinkedIn, we are on YouTube. Okay, follow us, subscribe to our channels, so that because we're gonna be bringing a lot of information and topics to you and videos to inspire you to do better. And this might be for your son, for your daughter, for your family member out there. Make sure that you encourage them to break into tech. That makes life easier for you. Okay. So I've seen a lot of students that their parents, their dad, their moms, their cousins bring them in and then they break in. That's a blessing to the family. So think about that and share this video with others so you can change the life of a person that will be grateful for life to you, for touching their life. And you can reach out to me by email at support@myituniversity.com if you have any particular questions. We have some classes that are starting like in few weeks. And I'm always signing in people. If you want to do one-on-one with me to help you, is the same price. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Our classes are very, very affordable. You can go on our website, myituniversity.com. myituniversity.com is scrolling down here. Go on there and you see all the costs and the prices. They are really affordable. We're going to help you break in and guide you from there. I want to thank you for being here. We're about to round up. So if you have any question, ask your questions before we go. Do you face discrimination and how do you deal with it?
Um, since it's remote, I really don't face discrimination face to face as I did like when I was in other jobs. Like even like when I was in nursing school, that was when I faced the most discrimination. So I don't face discrimination working from home. Um, it's because they don't see your face. I mean, they don't technically see your face all the time. But no, no one's ever passive aggressive or anything like that. And if they really are being like discriminating towards you, then you can reach out to Professor Temi first and then reach out to your HR department. But no, I haven't faced any discrimination at all.
Yeah. So I help my students through those kind of situations. I
Hmm.
don't just train my student and throw them out. No. I train my student and guide them.
Hmm.
So if they have any issue, they come to me and I'll tell them what to do. That's how close we are.
Hmm.
And I tell them what to do, how to do it, what to say, and then they go from there.
Hmm.
So normally you pretty much should not be facing discrimination.
Hmm.
And if you face that, they can be addressed. And also you have to have confidence in yourself. If anybody discriminates against you, just there's things you can do to ignore. Sometimes you have to ignore some things
Hmm.
because they're trying to press your button to
Yeah.
see how you're going to react. If they see you're always reacting, then they do it more.
Yeah. Then they'll say you're not a good team player if you can't handle your emotions. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it is, right? They want to show, oh, yeah, she's always upset. Oh, he's always upset. It's not a team player, right?
Hmm.
But we can work with that. We know we are team players and we're going to break through into what areas we're trying to. So I really want to thank you all for joining us. And as we round up on this discussion, and I want to thank Claire for being here. Top three six figures tech jobs with no coding or tech experience. You don't need no coding, no maths, no tech experience to break into some tech background. And we have discussed about some of them we brought today are the Scrum Master, business analysis, and software testing. And I mentioned to you that we have technical writing as technical recruiting and products manager and many other ones that are there, but these are top three that I really really encourage people to get into. We offer this training and support for this, and you can really break in very easily with your eyes closed pretty much. So I want to thank you for being here. So tomorrow next week I'm gonna come back with another Very, very important and lovely topic that you can enjoy and understand and guide you. So reach out to me, and I'm looking forward to working with you all. Thank you so much, Claire. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, and wishing you all a wonderful evening. And wherever you're joining us from, I know it might be morning somewhere, it might be afternoon some other places. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time and all value. I'm so proud of you, Ed. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you too. So thank you all so much. We love you and have a lovely rest of the day. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Looking forward to working with you all and looking forward to speaking with you. Schedule the call. It's right here. www.myituniversity.com. Thank you so much.